Alrighty, welcome everybody to what is begging to be a memorable evening here at Contest of Speed. We have some AM2 action, round 11 of Season 8 from our home country, and this is technically our home track. I believe it's only about 12 and a half hours away from me and probably about 16 hours away from you. This is definitely really close, our definite home track. Very excited. I'm Kid and Petter, by the way. And the you that I'm referring to is Andy Wu. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm back. My contract allows me to miss a couple races a year, so took the last week off.
Yeah, it's really mentally grinding. You've been dealing with some depression and anxiety over some things that you can't control.
Exactly.
And you just needed to take a week off. And you know what? Being a millennial-run company, such as Contest of Speed, we get wellness breaks. Unlike some of you more corporate leagues out there, everybody cares about us. And speaking of caring, how about Mitch Burns? His first win last week. He's first out on track. Early bird gets the worm for the Quebecois. He's also catapulted into the championship lead. How about that? 1 point advantage over Vamu. 111 to 110.
I miss one race, and everybody starts winning races. Yeah, I went back and watched it back. Mitch had an incredible race last week.
He followed that up too in AM1. Where did he finish? Like fourth?
I think he got third. I think he got a podium.
Did he? Oh, he got a podium. Yeah, he's pretty spectacular around Suzuka. We've come to find out. Coda a little bit different, a lot more runoff. But in terms of it being a wheel track, it most certainly is with that elongated S section through Sector 1. Definitely another track where I think he's going to be pretty strong. I said to him at the favorites in hashtag cost bets earlier about plus 250.
Yeah.
No pressure, Mitch.
I'm not one to bet the favorite, but yeah, I'd say he's unanimously the favorite for this one.
Yeah, I need to make that a feature going forward. I should have written it down in my little notepad here. Just trying to give some odds, an extra layer to the already phenomenal coverage that we give you week in and week out. Let me try to find the live stream. Here it is. Mitch through the final sector.
Yeah, look pretty solid here in his Mercedes helmet, I guess. It's better than the brown one he started this season. But yeah, 32.5.
Yeah,
32.5. Time.
Yeah, definitely good for your first lap. I'm not sure who's up next here. I think Kano. Oh, RJP actually 133.5. And then Kano with a 133.6. Vamu actually immediately jumps Mitch. That's going to be a 32.3 for the Argentinian.
Yeah, I expect these boys to jump into the high 31s by the end of this, especially as they get more confident through that through the first sector. Sorry, the S's. They'll cut some time out of those laps. I don't think 31s are unreasonable.
The Racing Fan goes P8. Grew with a pretty solid time. He's coming off his best performance of the season last week. P7 in Suzuka. A lot of guys out here on the medium tires. Bod included as he's wrapping up his first lap. Got yellows in Sector 1. I believe that's just a car going slow. P10 for Bod. And that's going to be over a second off a Racing Fan on the same mediums. So I'm not sure that's really where Bod wants to be. And I think a lot of these guys might give a crack with those mediums. Just considering that the one-stop may or may not be quicker than the two-stop, which is what the suggested strategy around here is. Just have to wait and see. Elite Game Boy, that's who you took. What was he, plus 75, plus 7,000, plus 10?
Yep.
Yeah.
750. Yeah, I think as a kind of semi-underdog, definitely the best thing for your buck.
Yeah, I gotta throw one out there. I talked with P-Dog about it last week, whenever he did a good job filling in. I think that Elite Game Boy is going to get a couple wins this season at some point. Not sure where. The pace has been there at almost every track, just it hasn't all completely come together for him, but how many races are left? About 13, 14 in the schedule. I believe he'll be able to get at least one win out of it.
I don't think he was happy with his lap there. He did a little wheel
Yeah,
shake.
that's a 34-1. He knew we were watching him. He's he's showing his disapproval on stream. That's next level from Elite Game Boy. Arkaka actually did a pretty good lap there, 133.3. 132, mid 132s. Electric Blade also missed him. Gave him pretty good odds. I think he's plus 500. 132.5, just a little under a tenth off of the championship leader Mitch Burns. And speaking of the championship, we have some interesting storylines developing. Obviously, Mitch took the lead last week. 1 point advantage over Vamu. 111 to 110, but that's a pretty big drop-off. Keep in mind, this is a long season, so anything can happen. And DK and Fatal, tied for third, are not out of the hunt whatsoever. They're both tied on 68. That's a big gap right now, but that's only a couple race swing. And considering how many more we have, anything's possible. Electric and P5 with 52. Did you? No, that's not good. Electric and P5. I'll send you another invite if you need one. Bod and P6, that's 52, 51. Game Boy and P7, just talked about him. He's in P7 with 50 points, so that little 5 through 7 group's pretty tight. Porridge in 8th, 43. Gordito in P9 with 33. And Motor, thanks to his second points finish of the season last week, or actually third, he is in the top 10 now on 25. Watching Ray E, who made his debut in Contest of Speed last week. He is coming around the corners. Andy has left the party. That's not great. Hopefully he gets back pretty soon. Oh, Ray's actually invalidated. Let me shoot him another invite here. Disregard the blue screen. Alright, well, he'll have one waiting for him when he gets back. Until then, it's just me and you, the loyal viewers. See, DK. I feel like DK has a pretty good chance this evening, coming off of a podium last week. I believe that was DK's only second podium of the season.
Do you mind sending me an invite so I can get back in here? You know, things happen when you live out in the sticks.
I already did.
Oh, let's see if I...
Yeah, let me, do you need another one? Oh, there we go. Oh, just like that. Our DK is finally coming around Sector 3 there. Don't mind the dead air. It's whatever. I believe he'll be the last one. Okay, P4. Solid first lap for him. Let's go through here a little bit more. Gordito on the mediums. But looks like all the front runners are back out.
Yep, Mitch is on a hot lap coming through the last couple corners now.
Yep, here's Mitch. See if he can improve at all on what was a solid first lap. 32.5. There it is, 32 flat.
Vamu's coming out of the last corner now to start a new lap. Ooh, got a Haas around.
Fatal has already invalidated there. I believe RJP, he is invalidated. I think we're going to be looking at Motor here. He's ducking into the pits. Didn't like what he was seeing. Racing fan, who we can confirm for the third consecutive week, still a fan of the sport. He's going to come across in P9, a little bit slower than I thought. Bama put his odds at plus 1,000, but I still have him. Plus 1,000. I already have him off the board, or I did have him off the board. Kind of forgot. My B.
Vamu had a very smooth Sector 1. flying down the main street, getting a tow from his teammate.
Wow.
Coordination from the Ferraris. He's about even with his time though, and into the third sector.
Yep. Coming in here. Whoa, he almost completely loses it. Traction control ain't saving that.
How hard you gotta get on the gas to spin out traction?
Apparently, he has the answer.
Lead foot.
Let's go to Game Boy. Yeah, Elite Game Boy here. NP12, believe he thinks he can do better as he did a little SMH with his car. Afterwards, R-Bar says, yo, we got 18 POG. Still don't know what POG means. POG, not the PAWG, the POG.
Yeah.
Not really sure what that means. I think that was a game that you could play, like a board game, when I was a kid. Not entirely sure. It might be mixing up memories there. I'm just thinking about Pogs all the time. What can I say? Arkaka, and then Bod's gonna be the next one on a competitive lap to come around. Let's watch his entire third sector here. On board from the Australian Season 6 champ.
Insider info that he might not be entirely focused. Now he's watching the NBA tip-off. The Bucks and the Nets.
I always got to cheer on Patty Mills.
Yep. Oh.
Oh, okay. No, that's still good enough for 10.
Somehow he didn't.
Patty Mills. I hope Bod gets himself a whatever their like $200 streaming services. Maybe he can watch that. What's that dude that plays for Oklahoma City? Josh Giddey. Get to watch Josh Giddey rack up 40 minutes per game since there's literally no one else on that team. Is that?
I thought his RJ Pina Ferrari got together, but he was just letting everybody by.
Oh. There was a car at the top of that hill that was turned around. Not sure who. Yeah, it might have been.
Oh, and there's a Aston Martin around inside.
On his in lap. Not great.
Yeah. Hopefully he gets bumped out of the top 10 because those tires would be terrible to start on.
Arbar tells me that I'm Big Pog. I'm blushing. Thank you. Electric's coming around here. Final corner, turn 20. Let's see if he can improve it all. Improves 2/10, but that's not enough to displace Vamu. Is there an incident over here between DK and... That was really close. I think DK was slowed up, and then Gordito didn't realize what they were slowing up for, and he just wound up going around him.
Yeah, I got Pickle Train getting ready to start their last lap going through there. Every bluish and green car on that grid is coming to the third sector now.
Very realistic. How much time is left overall? Oh, God, I hate that little caution thing up at the top.
Yeah, I think it's close to 2 minutes. So I think that train will make it. Kano, I believe, is the first one who will be finishing the lap. First one to finish his last lap.
Ray is backed out. Kano is coming around Sector 3.
I think Ford might be one of the last ones to get a lap. He just crossed the line. Keep an eye on the McLaren.
Well, let's see if Kano can get himself up at all. He cannot improve on P13. Was it Porridge, you said?
Yeah, he's going to be one of the last ones to complete a lap, so if you want to hop on board with some other people as they get around, more than welcome.
Where are the leaders at? It's like Vamu's out ahead of Mitch.
Yeah.
Believe that there is...
I think Vamu's getting ready ready to go for another lap. He's on 100% ERS.
Interesting.
Must not been happy with his first sector there.
So this is going to be Mitch. Here, I believe. I think, is that Fatal is also starting his final lap at the moment. Keep an eye on all three of those guys as they circulate. There is a Mercedes behind Mitch. I believe that's Racing Fan. Let's see what Mitch does. 31.8, right where you were calling it. Racing Fan.
Good lap from Racing Fan too.
Racing Fan off the board, goes up to a 32.2. Not sure where that came from, but props. Nice helmet from Racing Fan as well. Set in Alpha somewhere. Nope. I think that's kind of on an in-lap. After that, we've got an AlphaTauri. I believe that's Motor. It's up to P7 for Motor, which is a pretty strong qualifying position for him. So Williams just came across. Is it Gordito? Aston, I believe that's DK. Gonna stay where he is. RJP up into P5, by the way. Another good performance. Fatal
was looking good until he invalidated. He was about a 10th up on his time. Oh, what the? That was the weirdest glitch I've ever seen.
Game Boy, man. Not a good day for him at the office. He'll be starting one of those harder compounds, I'd assume.
Move's done. He invalidated as well.
Yep, that'll do it here.
Ooh, Arkaka just started a lap, I think. He crossed it with 1 second left to go. But he's going to be stuck in traffic. He's got Ray. Is this his first race, or did he show up last week?
He was here last week.
Okay.
I'm starting to think that he might be the new full-time Mercedes driver.
So, I don't know if Arkaka, he might get close enough down the main straight to pass the Mercedes while they're both on hot laps.
Are they both on hot? Oh, they both are. Oh, Bod's on a hot lap as well.
Oh, yeah, they all started laps right there together.
Oh.
This is going to get very complicated.
Yeah, we'll see. This is a very interesting final lap. I think they might just be perfectly spaced out enough here. And I think Arkaka just invalidated. Nope, he didn't.
Nope.
You know what?
I've run a little wide there.
I've found this track is a lot more forgiving in terms of the track limits than it used to be.
You can kind of get on the white line and it won't invalidate your lap time, which is very nice of it.
Super nice.
I think Fatal invalidated. He was on a lap in front of those guys.
Well, he might have been going again. So Ray is going to be first. Up to P12, but for how long? Bod. Yeah, Bod's going to get P11. So that'll do it. It's very interesting. Typically that does not happen. But it does here tonight. From the United States Grand Prix. I actually have a couple friends going to the race next week. Yeah, I do. They invited me, but I'm afraid of planes. So I was like, nah,
what a terrible excuse to miss out on a Grand Prix with a championship battle this tight.
I mean, it's not like it's the decider or anything. I'm not worried. I'd probably black out way too early anyways, to be completely honest. General admission tickets for the entire weekend, like $250 though. Very cheap.
Yeah, I saw that.
Very cheap. And they've completely sold out. They've completely sold out. Everything. It's the Drive to Survive effect. These guys are driving to survive right now. Mitch Burns, P1. Racing Fan, P2. Big time result in qualifying for him. Vamo Nubel in P3. Electric, P4. Fatal, 5th. RJP, 6th. DK, 7th. Motor in 8th. Gordito, 9th. And Arkaka will round out the top 10. Strategy-wise, what would you do?
I mean, if you got the pace, I think a 2-stop's pretty pretty safe. Going soft, medium, medium. The tire fall off is incredible after a couple laps, so getting on the fresh tires earlier is probably the way to go. Undercut, going to be something to look out for. And then towards the back, like Bod in P11, I think is going to be one to watch during the race. Starting on, I'd assume, mediums, and going to hards, he's going to be tough to get around for the guys doing one stops. Oh, I am in a car.
Yeah, so
I'll give you all a warm-up lap, I guess.
you might want to just retire.
Yeah, I will.
That might be.
I gotta do the formation lap, though.
Oh, yeah, true. As long as you're starting last, it's good that no one else is, no one else is thankfully, like, starting at the back.
Yeah,
with
man,
you.
What a great game. Once I joined back, it never gave me the option to just spectate.
Well, I can't blame the game for wanting to get everybody involved in the action. Codemasters, EA Sports, F1 2021. It's in the game. You're in the game.
I am in the game. I guess I can... Wow, I mean, this is a whole new view. What? I feel out of place. Yeah, I can't retire on the formation lap. So I think I'm gonna have to do the first lap, and I'm just gonna go retire in the pit so I don't bring out a safety car.
Well, you're basically the medical card knight, which is really cool. That said, let's get this party started. It is Mitch Burns coming off of a dominating week in Suzuka, Japan, on pole yet again here in the beautiful United States of America. The absolutely best country in the world, hands down, nothing wrong with it. Racing Fan in P2, bit of a surprise there, but he has shown flashes. Let's see if he can finish the race where he started. Vamu Nubel, looking to mitigate as much loss as possible against Mitch Burns after he took the championship lead last week. The gap is only 1 point. Electric Blade in P4, can't count him out. Fatal, his teammate in P5. We'll see if Electric cedes a little bit of position, giving their championship spots. RJP continues to impress after a pretty long layoff from the game in P6. DK Nortec in P7. He had a podium last week, so let's see what he can do. Motor in P8. Not really expecting a whole lot out of him. Gordito in P9. Arkaka in P10. And this is where it gets interesting. Bod will be in P11 on the mediums, Gru in P12 on the softs, Ray on the mediums, Kano on the mediums, Elite Game Boy on the mediums after a really disappointing qualifying session from him, Porridge Power in P16 also on the mediums, and it gets even more interesting, VTech on the hards. Not sure if that is condoned. Those hards are going to be real tough to get up to temperature, especially on an overcast circuit such as this. Clayfunk will round out the field yet again. He's been doing this, where he just starts from the back. Doesn't even bother qualifying, but it has worked out for him the last 2 weeks. He's had his 2 best performances. And then, of course, we have Swarner, Andy Wu back here in the medical car. In the medical car, making sure that these guys all stay safe. And that'll do it. For the formation lab, Mitch has said. Yeah, incredible, I know.
Yeah, I gotta watch out for VTech here on the hards. I am gonna be very timid.
Now, Arbar likes this track, as he says with broken English. I think he's drunk. Jay Simmons is rooting for RJP. Oh, shoot, I missed it. We are off, and Mitch Burns has an electric start. That is Vamu Nubel around the outside of Racing Fan. These guys were juking all over the place. We have a huge crash in the back. That is a monster accident.
And Arkaka. Oh, okay, here. Y'all go ahead. Are y'all okay?
All right. Shout out to the safety car, the medical car, excuse me. Driven by Alan Vandermerv. Making sure these guys are all okay. Is that...
I think
Motor
will be all right,
Motor has lost it through the end of the S's. A lot of carnage here from Coda. Is Famu Nubel is right on the tail of Mitch Burns as we head down the back straight. Boy, that was a lot.
It looks like there's kind of two groups of cars separate. I can't really tell the position while I'm on track.
That's going to be after P8. That is Gordito down to Ray.
That's going to be interesting once DRS gets into play here.
Yep, Kano looks like he just got porridge back there. And so then our eyes are going to be up front on this championship battle between Mitch and Famu. You ever seen a French-Canadian and an Argentinian walk into a bar? Because I haven't. So I'm kind of interested to see how this punchline ends.
Hopefully with a great championship fight.
Yeah, maybe some tequila as well.
Tequila.
Actually, no, I take that back.
Motor's back around through the turkey corner.
Yeah, looks like he might have gotten onto those edibles a little early. As he is coming into the pits, let's see if he changes tires or just gives up.
I don't know. Is that Ray ahead of that train from the back? He is doing a fantastic job holding everyone up behind him.
Yeah, he is doing pretty good right now. Kano all over the back. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled on the battle for first, but Mitch has gotten that out of DRS. It looked really tight for the first sector, but Mitch has done a good job to stretch his legs a bit. Kano's going to be looking left, going to be looking right, and see if he can get past Ray tonight.
I think he's going to try to do it without DRS. A lot of overtake though.
He's not, but it looks like Ray... Yeah, I think Ray's technically still a reserve. Probably not trying to go too hard here. And Kano, being Kano, is probably...
Making it a lot harder than it needs to be. Oh, as Ray goes for a nice switchback. Oh, and Kano gets loose and kind of runs Ray off.
Yeah, I think Kano missed the plot there. Ray was taking a huge apex.
Oh, I guess Kano misses the corner.
What is going on over here? Kano taking the IndyCar line. Does he have damage, perhaps? He does, it looks like.
It's an aggressive pit entry there.
That is a very aggressive pit entry. Oh, he's...
Okay. I'm not the one driving the car anymore.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he's mad about something that if he watches this back, he realized that it wasn't really
pretty silly.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Kano did actually finish P7 last time he raced here. In the season finale of season 6. Porridge all over the back of Ray. His car steps out. Up turn. God, what turn is that again? Is that turn 9, I think? Yeah, they always run wide through there too.
Got Bod back in the pits. He's on hards. Not sure if he's gonna stay in the race too much longer.
Yeah,
Bod usually sticks. He's another wing change. Wow.
Boy, he's hitting a lot of stuff right now.
Lap down.
Meanwhile, you got good old fashioned. Well, Porridge actually makes a really nice move there around Ray, or not Ray, excuse me, Clay. No, they're actually fighting. And let's see if Ray and Clay, and there's just too many things.
Oh, what a move from Porridge! Switchback.
No, that's Clay making the switchback, and that is actually how you're supposed to execute it. Porridge actually left room, unlike we saw Kano do just there. That's actually like a mirror. It was the same exact move. That's crazy.
Fatal is our first penalty recipient. Yeah, I think that's going to be one of the bigger stories coming to the end of this race is who's going to get some Wizard Awards. And
yeah.
Fatal is
it's
already
definitely
out of that after 3 laps.
Definitely tough. I'm going to check the guys right now. Elite up 7 positions, Clay up 8. Those are the 2 big winners here, but Porridge and VTech also made it up 5. Go back to the tires for now, and
we have crazy racing up here at the front. Got
these guys
6
are
cars under a blanket, and Mitch is just scooting. All right, he is 2.5 seconds down the road. Racing Fan pretty simply gets past Vamu with DRS.
Yeah, Vamu has a feeble attempt to defend to the inside, but Racing Fan might as well been on a space shuttle right there. Shout out to Houston. We don't have a problem
RJP's
right now.
starting to run these guys back down, and I think he's going to be on the back of this train here shortly if they keep racing like they are.
Whoa, big moment for RJP as you mention it. Anyways, yeah, huge DRS chain between these five. And it's all about keeping composure here. We'll see if Racing Fan can actually maybe make a little bit of move, a little bit of ground up. Is Electric Blade almost ran to the back of Vamu, had to bail on the apex. And that'll give DK a run up Phil's Hill. Shout out to the first American world champion.
Did they name this Phil's Hill? Because if they did, that's incredible.
I'm pretty sure. It's named Phil Hill.
The greatest corner name in F1.
And if not, it's the unofficial name.
Yeah, it should be.
That's what they refer to it as.
I had no idea. That is clever. Shout out to America. Because we do everything better than everyone else. This Game Boy picks up 3 seconds.
Yeah, there it is. It's going to be... I mean, he's going to have to scratch and claw his way to the front. I mean, he is in a good spot here as the first of the medium runners. He's going to gain a couple more seconds if he keeps it clean on these guys on softs.
I think... Watch the Game Boy here.
Well, let's see if DK... Is DK going to send it? DK might send it here on Fatal. Or on electric, sorry. He's in a hot sandwich right now. Probably tastes like whatever they eat in Russia. But it would be nice if there was, just vodka sandwich. Just a piece of white bread soaked in Strawley. Yeah, that would be quite tasty. DK is going to have to go wide there, IndyCar line, yet again.
RJP's not quite making up the ground I thought he would. He's probably struggling with tire wear, which I expect all these guys to start doing. I just want to see how much ground.
Oh, is that Vamu?
Yeah, Vamu and Racing Fan. Oh, good. Side by side.
I thought Racing Fan was getting. That is contact. And that's going to hamper Electric Blade. That is an impressive job from Vamu to hold on to that. Good lord. Vamu was facing about a 35 degree angle to the left.
We had to turn to the right.
Yeah, this is good old fashioned USA pack racing at its finest. Vamu's got to be careful there. He's taking a wide line.
We ain't got fingers, boys. Gotta watch the contact.
Yeah, it's
Electric's gonna get Racing Fan here.
Yeah, rest in peace, Dan Walden.
They're gonna go 3 wide on Vamu.
God, this is a good old fashioned.
Oh boy. Electric, leg is on the brakes, clears them both.
Good lord, what a move from Electric. That is one of the best moves you'll see all season. His Vamu is holding it around the outside, fighting back. An excellent job from Vamu. But meanwhile, DK sneaks it through the inside, and Electric has lost it.
I think he got tagged. I think Electric got tagged by a dive bombing DK.
Might have been. DK came out of absolutely nowhere. Electric's not going to be thrilled about that. Jeez Louise, that is about as action-packed.
Oh, Electric, you should have dived in the pits, man. Your tires are going to be too high.
That is an action-packed 4 corners right there. That is some good stuff from these AM2 drivers. Unfortunately, Electric has come out on the other side less than good, or well off. This is giving R-Bar anxiety. Yeah, there's a lot of things that give a lot of people anxiety. Yeah, he does. That's why we give him fake Xanax. Feed it to him like a horse before every race. Meanwhile, in that entire schmozzle, we have Vamu. He has reclaimed P2, but I think we're going to see an exact same replay of what just happened between Racing Fan and DK. These guys might just keep going until it eventually kills them all. Who knows?
Yeah, party don't stop till everyone's separated by more than a second.
Yeah,
DRS.
Yeah, shout out to Mac Mode on Fig Xanax. DK up the.
It gets into the back of Racing Fan there, doing a little bump
Yeah,
draft.
he's getting deep cuts with DK. This should be
RJP now is within a second and a half, but man, he is sliding all over the place there. Just watching all that happen. Now Ray has gotten past Game Boy for that leading medium train, but they are closing that gap. They've closed about 2 seconds in that lap to everyone ahead of them.
Yeah, this is where the drop-off's gonna really start to hit. We'll see where these guys start to pit. I think you could probably expect anything from lap 8 to about lap 12. Depends on what kind of strategy they're looking for. Could be a two-step, could be a one.
Earlier than what they have.
Yeah, I really thought electric probably would have.
Trying to look for that crucial undercut because these tires are terrible. There are times they're slipping, sliding everywhere. They're about a second to a second and a half slower than what they were running.
Yeah,
they just want to keep racing while the racing's good, I guess.
Yeah, and meanwhile, this is just giving Mitch Burns a gigantic lead, almost 6 seconds here on Valmu Nubel. And they can't get away from each other. They're stuck in this DRS train, these four. Whittled it down from 1 to 4. Let's see if Racing Fan feels like making a crazy maneuver.
He has a lot more ERS than Valmu, but he didn't use any of it down that straight, so I think he's content with just sitting behind Valmu until the pit stops.
Should be pointed out that R-Bar is, I believe, shooting a shot at Bursey. He says, R-Bar, I have a glass of wine with your name on it. But then Bursey quickly shut him down. He said, R-Bar, I have to work sooner, I would. Wow. Lovers crossed in the comments section here this evening. Valmu dives in. Does anyone follow him? Oh boy, that might be a huge move for Valmu here. Let's see what tires he throws on.
RJP went in the pits as well. Fatal.
These are softs. Softs for Valmu. RJP also on softs. What kind of strategy are these guys looking at? This is a wild move from these two. Looking for a soft medium, one would have to assume.
I'm not sure about that one. What was the point of taking those off so long if you're just going to put a new set on? I don't know. Ooh, Clay's around.
Uh-oh.
First corner in the S's, I think. Car just snapped. Battery had contact with storage.
I was following the guys in front of him. But yeah, it looks like he must have gotten a little bit of dirty air there. Oh, and he gets a 10-second time penalty. That'll be taken off. Yeah. If he submits it.
No.
Might not matter. These tires are going to be very hot.
Yep. Well, Valmu picks up 3 seconds on his charge with the undercut, and Clay again. Yeah, just kicking a man while he's down.
The Game Boy here making a move on Ray. These guys are going back and forth on the medium. So boy, that is tight.
Oh,
who was that? Was that Porridge?
Yep.
Was there contact made?
No, all three of them just slid through that corner, and Porridge just wasn't able to catch it.
These mediums looking a little worse for wear as RJP is set a purple sector 1 and 2. He is, or sector 2, excuse me, not 1. He's in the pits. It would be really impressive. It would be really impressive.
And Mitch pit, the Racing Fan continues.
Yeah, look for the overcut. Alright, Mitch is on to the mediums.
Both Haas's stay out there.
DK is on the mediums. We have multiple dueling strategies here this evening.
Oh boy. Nobody on the hards.
No one on the hards. I wonder if Racing Fan might... Or Fatal. I saw Fatal work in the hards in our practice session, the official AM2 practice session, about an hour and a half ago. He was working those hards in. Not sure if he was just trying to get a feel for the track or if he was actually doing something productive as it might pertain to his race. But I think right now you're in hard territory. On the back
of Mitch now. Look at that. He's 5/10 behind Mitch Burns.
Yeah, I mean, Valmo's going to be able to get this move done, but Mitch will be able to put the softs on, I would assume, for that last stint. So we have a very titanic battle. Meanwhile, good news for Mitch is that he is actually saved up, or he's actually gotten into DRS zone, I believe. Oh, no, he hasn't.
No,
Mitch is not
he
within DRS, so this is going to be an easy move for Vamu, who's going to squeeze Mitch a little bit. Whew.
Trying to send a message.
Yeah,
As the
well,
two medium runners, the guys who started on mediums, are battling in front of these guys.
yeah, and this is going to get real dicey.
Try something spooky here. Oh, yeah,
Oh, it's spooky
outside.
season. It's spooky season around here. Let's see if he's going to try to get this. These guys are both trying to...
Yep, that's going to stick.
Yeah, Mitch is hanging back.
Yep, he's just going to watch it.
Some guys like to watch.
No risking anything, especially he's now driving with the championship lead. Game Boy defenseless against the charging Argentinian.
Yeah, and I mean, Mitch has to get through these guys. This is not good for his race. Vamu's honestly played this to perfection, but that last stint might be a little tricky.
I mean, that was 5.5 seconds Vamu just evaporated by undercutting and going to the softer combo. And now he has a lead, so I mean, he's gained 7 seconds just by pitting a lap earlier.
Yeah, Arbar asked how that happened. That is how he undercut onto softs.
Yeah, I'm not sure if something else happened with Mitch, but I mean, even if something did happen, that's still an incredible distance that Vamu covered.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at close to 7 seconds in about 2-3 laps there.
Yeah. Mitch just gotta send it on Ray here. Oh, is Ray?
He's being too nice. Being too nice. Meanwhile, we got a little bit of battle. Motor, we speculated earlier that he might just give up. He has not. He's currently on those 8-lap-old mediums. Probably gonna try to 2-stop on those mediums from here, I'd assume. And he is holding up Porridge for P12. Up front.
That's gonna last too much longer. Porridge.
Up front,
on the button on new tires.
You know, Fatal. I thought Fatal was gonna do hards. Fatal did mediums. So is Racing Fan. Are we trying to take these mediums to the end?
Nobody's gone to new hards. Electric and pit. Electric and Racing Fan pit. Racing Fan went to mediums.
Everybody's going mediums.
Yep, nobody's trying the hards.
Yeah, only 2 drivers on the hards are VTech, who started on the hards, and Gordito, who
put him on after.
Yeah, after being damaged. So, very intriguing stuff. Let's see if Mitch finally goes for it, but I mean, he's lost so much time.
A lot of time here.
Yeah, 3.5 seconds to the leader now, who is Famo.
And if Ray has DRS on Game Boy, which I think he's just going to, it's going to make... Yeah, Mitch is going to have to work for this overtake. Yeah, Ray is on that button. He is not going to let him by.
This is a tough spot. Tough spot for Mitch here. With the championship on the line.
Just grow. Oh, it's got to be a sinking feeling. Motor has just pit and he's put on the hard, so we'll go to the end of the race on those.
It is Mitch still looking for a way around. This is the storyline of the race. He has to get a move done. He will be on the optimal strategy eventually, but right now he's losing a lot of time behind his championship rival. Yeah, I think he's going to have it around the outside. On Ray.
Deep on the brakes, though.
Yeah, really deep.
Oh, he cut the corner.
Yeah, Ray, you might want to back off here, bud. There's a championship at play, man.
Oh boy, what's he gonna do here? Oh, he sends it. Oh, man. Mitch will get him here, though. That knocked Ray out of DRS of Elite Game Boy.
Yeah, that's tough. Mitch will be able to get this job done, I believe. But look at DK now. And RJP on the softs has caught up. And
it is now, what, almost 5 seconds to...
Oh, Mitch just left himself extremely vulnerable, too. He just threw that away.
Yep. Oh, boy.
Boy, these guys are pack racing
DK's
again.
completely out of DRS though, but yeah, Mitch just kind of threw away his opportunity of getting Ray into 12 by sending a dive bomb into 11.
Man, I think these guys are going to be a little more aggressive. Someone's lost it. That's Spot Hot, I believe.
Down the inside of Mitch, tight, twisty sections. Might try to. Oh, he's going to send it around his outside, try to feed it around there. RJP's down the inside of both.
Oh, these guys are going about 4 wide.
Fatal. Oh,
back
boy,
here, this is. Yep. Oh my God!
Central with the dirty air.
This will be DK off. Oh, and that's gonna break.
Yeah, that's a wing broken for RJP.
Yeah, that's a big oopsie.
I don't think that's any fault on DK there. It just kind of caught RJP
yeah,
out.
that's a racing deal there. Mitch does get Ray again through turn 1. He's in the wrong corner.
But Ray's gonna run him wide. Oh, Ray, what you doing, man? Oh, man, he is racing Mitch incredibly hard.
Yeah,
I mean, he's entitled to do so. As DK now slips up the inside of Mitch, and this has got to be frustrating.
Yep.
More than frustrating. There are probably words that no man, child, or woman should ever hear flying out of Mitch Burns' mouth right now.
Yeah, and they're probably in French too, so at least they sound cool. Yeah, but now look at here. This is gonna be fatal. See if he. Let's see if he jumps down.
But
DK gets that job that Mitch couldn't get done right there.
Well, I think Ray's still there. Oh, he.
Yeah, you gotta think. You gotta think. Mitch must be running some pretty high downforce. As Fatal is getting the move down and run the outside, and that turns into the inside, and that turns into P5 for 1 Fatal. Racing Fan now next up. Mitch is really struggling on those tires now in the dirty air. His race is absolutely gone.
Too hard, and now they're probably hot, and the only problem is I don't think he's going to be able to get those temperatures back down. Yeah, he's sliding out of the last corner. Man, that's hard to watch. RJP does make it to the pits after losing his wing at the end of the last lap.
Yep. Just couldn't get that moved on a Ray. That just, boy, that has absolutely destroyed what looked to be a comfortable win for Mitch.
I think he's still going to be able to fight back here, but now DK and Fatal, who are on the same strategy as him, with them being in front of him, that's going to make it a lot harder to try to get the win here. Oh, yep. Ray all over the place. Fatal going around his outside. Ray running him right to the curb. Fatal's going to get him. I think Mitch is going to get it Ray here now. Ray does not have DRS.
Hate the camera angles at the end of the straightaway.
His teammate's going to get down the inside there of him too.
Boy, they're running a train like they're in a Florida high school bathroom through there on Ray. Electric Blade now caught up to this pack that he lost track of earlier. Meanwhile, the biggest winner out of this, look at that gap for Vamu. 7.5 seconds for Vamu. He is absolutely, talk about a pendulum swinging. He has basically taken all of Mitch's superpowers from that first stint, and he's now all the way up here. Very impressive. RJP, unfortunately for him, he's on the hards now, but I think this is Electric's turn to get a move done on Ray. Pretty imperative that he does. Good move from Electric.
Woogie, woogie, woogie. Hey,
I'm your dad. Electric Blade trying to keep it within that one side. He's right on the line right now, but he's going to need DRS if he wants to keep up with these guys. This is otherwise he's going to end up being Carl Long at Talladega.
I think he's got it.
Look at how tight those guys are. Yeah, we'll check in on that. But big dubs for DK, who has broken DRS on these boys. Fatal around the inside of Elite Game Boy. He's not going to try to defend. He does. Ooh, boy, he definitely checks. It's a hip check right there from,
a lot earlier than
Fatal.
Game Boy, who just sent it around the outside, almost ran right to the back of
Fatal. Game Boy tries that outside move there. Can't get the crossover.
Have the tire grip to do that on the old mediums.
Game Boy's doing what he can, but he's running out of time.
The pits early.
Yeah, I mean mediums from here. I mean he's got 8 seconds as he pits on DK.
So I'm guessing these guys on the mediums are gonna have to go another 4 laps, I think, to get the medium or get the softs to the end. 3 or 4 laps. But yeah, now Vamu's gonna have clean air to catch right back up to the back of these guys. The next car he's got to pass is Ray, who's now on old mediums, but he'll probably pit by the time that Vamu catches up to him.
I'll tell you what, these I don't think Elite Game Boy and Ray will be the 2 most popular people after this race. Racing Fan's going to get the move done on Elite Game Boy before... Mitch is going to try to send it in there again.
I think he was there the whole time. It kind of caught Elite Game Boy out.
Yeah, luckily, I don't think he has any wing damage. But this is going to... I think this is going to around those guys as well, but Electric's coming a lot faster here than Mitch Burns.
He's on newer tires than Mitch Burns, 2 laps newer.
Yeah, I mean Mitch.
Even though the tire wear is about the same, so Mitch is treating those tires really nicely. I don't know if he's looking to go to the end on those or not. Talk about a bold strategy.
Yeah, I did think a soft to medium would be possible, but I haven't really stretched the mediums for as long as they can possibly go. Elite Game Boy finally gets on... You know, I guess it's possible. These guys just did 17 laps on him. Elite Game Boy, and you know, Ray's going to do... Oh, his Vamu gets around. Ray's going to do at least 18 on these medium tires, so...
Yeah, Vamu, he's about 6 seconds back, though. He's on those fresh tires, and with the drop-off, it just depends on if these guys can stay in like a tight-knit DRS train. If they're all towing each other down the straights, they're going to be incredibly difficult to pass, as Mitch Burns found out earlier.
That's Porridge.
Oh, Porridge out of turn 2.
Safety car.
Is it?
Safety car looks like... Oh, wow, he lost it.
Yeah, out of turn 2, and it just slipped into the inside wall.
So this will make things even more interesting. We've got a Race of the Year candidate on our hands. This has been a crazy one here.
Strategy winner chicken dinner.
Yeah, this is massively beneficial for the reserve for Mercedes.
Well, I have a feeling everyone's going the softs here.
Yeah.
Except for Vamu. I think Vamu's going to have this
stay.
Just did.
Yeah, we'll
same thing for Game
Boy. We'll see what those gaps are. I think Vamu probably will inherit the lead, regardless.
Yeah, I think he's still going to get the lead because it is a fairly long pit lane. DK dives into the pits. Racing Fan in the pits. Fatal stays out. Mitch in the pits. Yeah, Vamu does stay out, but he won't be in the lead. Fatal is prohibiting poor Bod from getting his lap back by staying out, so Bod will be stuck a lap down.
Hate to see it. Vamu on the 1 lap old mediums, and he might be cannon fodder here for DK Racing Fan, Mitch, Electric, Elite Game Boy, Ray. Might be...
Ray ended up losing out to Elite Game Boy, even though he hit under safety car because he had to double stack with his teammate.
Ooh. Well, I guess Racing Fan did get here first.
Yep.
I'm ready to give Ray the full-time seat. Let's give Ray the full-time seat. He's probably pissed a lot of people off, but you know he's done a really good job stretching those tires, keeping himself in it. If other people can't get around him, then it's not his fault.
Yep, he's definitely proved himself a capable racer this season. Yep, as Drew dives in the pits, so everyone will motor rent the mediums. Everyone else in the field is on softs. Fatal lost on her safety car. He lost it to Vamu. Oh wait, the safety car is letting everyone by.
Yep.
DK and Racing Fan came together, and Racing Fan lost his wing.
What?
Through all
Do
that
you have
confusion.
some sort of safety car malfunction here?
Yeah, for some reason the safety car is letting everyone go. After everyone caught up.
Yeah, Racing Fan definitely lost out on that one.
Okay, well, he lost out on a quarter of his left front wing. Lost the whole end plate.
Let's see if he dives in here. He's gonna dive in. We have some sort of weird safety car thing going on here. I've never seen anything like that. Yeah. I don't think.
But, so, let me see, is Bod gonna get it? I think Bod got his lap back now that Fatal fit. But he has now got to make up an entire lap on the field.
Kano says it's a glitch, that everyone's full speed.
Yeah, I mean, I could have told you that. That one's not rocket science, but it's...
I mean, the safety car's still out.
Yeah. It's like it just came out, and for some reason, even though Vamu was caught up to it, it told everyone to go around. It just wanted Bod to get his lap.
Just kind of, we realize that they're not trying to pass each other, they're not actually racing each other. They're just catching up to the safety car again, I think. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and there's just a bit of confusion. DK, obviously, a little confused, and the game told him to pass the safety car and was a little hesitant.
Yeah,
Racing Fan doing what he was told.
We'll just have to see what happens there, because DK gets 5 seconds, and he's not pitting again, so I think
that's liable to be removed. Same thing with Clay's 10 seconds, who's still in P11, caught right back up to everyone after having a tough time spinning earlier. He's clean in terms of penalties. I think he'll make up some spots here like he did in Spa.
Yeah, he did in Spa. He did it last week as well. Finished P6 in Japan. Basically doing the same thing.
Yeah, looking at warnings here, DK is on 2 warnings. Mitch Burns completely clean. Electric on 2 warnings. Game Boy and Ray both on 3 seconds on 3 warnings. Gordito 1 warning away from 6 seconds. Vamu in first, kind of skipped over him on accident. He is 1 warning away from 6 seconds in penalties.
Tricky.
Fatal is 1 warning away from 9 seconds. Same thing for RJP. Racing Fan, a warning away from 6 seconds.
Yeah. Fatal's have been ripping around here this evening.
So I'm gonna be really confused when the safety cars come.
What do you mean?
Is it gonna be this lap?
It should be.
We still have Bod, who's on the same, almost in the same sector as the safety car. Just finally got out of it. But if he comes in and pits, which I think he should, he has the gap. Yep, he's coming in and pit. The safety car might go another lap. And then that's really going to put Vamu under pressure.
Yeah, I don't. This is a weird way for what was a very exciting race. I think we know who to blame. We have to blame Porch Power. Bring out the safety car in the first place.
Yeah, keep it on track, man.
Shame.
Not that hard. But someone who got bailed out by all of this, Mitch Burns, is in P3 and the second car on softs and clean on penalties at the moment. Clean on warnings as well.
Yep.
A champion's drive right here.
Could be.
And if he can keep it all together DK is a warning away from 3 seconds, so even if that 5 seconds does get removed, he's got to watch out DK for these last couple laps.
Alright, well, Bod has he is just now entering the backstretch. It's a Gru.
I think we're going in this lap.
We'll be there. Yeah, if not, then I think something's probably up with the game.
Yeah. How's the weather?
Getting cold. About 2 weeks later than usual. But yeah, I mean, it's been pretty chilly. My favorite season, the one where I can wear a hoodie to cover my dad. No, well, yeah, that too. I can wear a hoodie to cover my dad bod and still wear shorts to show off my calves.
That's the both worlds.
Yeah, which are still in beautiful shape. I must admit. Even though I don't really do much to keep them there. Mitch.
Still like 80. And then
that's
the
cool.
NC
Oh,
State
that's
Fair
freezing.
is going on.
That's freezing, man.
Yeah.
Better watch out for hypothermia at the NC State Fair.
Yep. I saw earlier that there were some people that were underfueled, but now it looks like everyone is good.
Well,
with the safety car.
after a 5-lap safety car, I don't think that'll be much of an issue. Oh, there we go. Okay, safety car in that. So I guess it was just confused about Bod.
So he's 21 seconds. Oh, he's using ERS down the main straight. He's hustling. No. He's going to be completely
one
out
that created all
of
this
ERS
by being
by the
let
time
down.
he catches up.
Well. Oh no, and RJP
and Racing Fan.
And these guys are just now Racing Fan's got another one. I think I'm not sure if he has any damage. I'm not gonna be able to check here.
I can check on telemetry.
Let's see if Vamu holds up the field as we're going back to green. He's gonna be a sitting duck here, and I think he's gonna back him up through this corner as well. There he goes. And that's actually gonna. Mitch seals off Electric Blade's opportunity there, but Electric might be able to get a cheeky move done here if he so chooses. He does not. Yeah, Mitch is going to have to catch up to these two. But I think right now he's got to focus on Electric behind him.
Bot just caught up. He's about a second and a half behind the field. Kyle
Busch restart as they're running through what appears to be a sprinkler. I've noticed that the entire race. I don't know if it's on your screen, but there's a sprinkler.
That little spark.
Yeah.
Little spark. Yeah, I have it on the first S, the first right-hander in the X's.
Mine's on the second left-hander.
Oh.
Yeah, there's just a sparkler going there every time a car passes. It's honestly pretty cool. Celebrating independence every day here in Texas.
America.
Yeah, Ray E.
I thought DK was going to go for a move there and decided against it.
I mean, he's gonna have to. You gotta play his cards right here with Mitch Burns. Right behind him. He's got to get that move done before Mitch gets back to the front of him, or Electric at that pace. I mean, Electric's flying as well. Yeah.
I mean, everyone. There's kind of a train starting to form behind D-Tech and P9. But I think, P8 forward all have a chance, barring penalties, of course. They can still go out there and win this race.
Yeah, and again, kudos to Codemasters for just absolutely terrible camera angles.
RJP sent it on
in the passing zone.
D-Tech in turn one. D-Tech tried to hold on and is going to lose a couple more spots here.
Oh, Racing Fan! Oh,
he got pit maneuvered.
Oh, he did. Oh Lord!
Racing Fan just did no care.
That's
in the
a
world
that's a VSC. Yeah, he really. just helped him. Racing fan might have put a magnet in the nose cone of that car this evening. Whew.
VSC. Let's calm the nerves a bit.
VSC, let's...
That's going to help Vamu. He gets down the straight without dying. He is still on his overtake button. For some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, DK, I think DK probably only has 3 seconds here, Kano. Because that'll probably get removed.
Oh, so he did pick up a warning, though. So that puts Mitch in the lead, because he is still clean. No warnings.
Yeah, as it stands, but he's going to have to do better on this VSC restart than he did on the SC restart.
You got to watch out for drive-thrus, though. This would be a terrible time to pick one up.
Kano asks,
Clean, nobody
what
does
was the 5 for Kano? That was from Racing Fan, I believe, running into the back of DK during a safety car. Mitch does a little bit better of a job staying attached this time. Vamu does get another good breakaway from DK Nortec. As we go further, RJP says, God, that's my favorite when that happens. Yeah, yeah, that looked like it sucked.
Yep.
That's
broke
really,
his wrist.
yeah, really
maybe,
unfortunate. Probably a thumb.
Maybe CTE. Yeah.
Yep. Gonna have to get him in with a checkout from Dr. Andy Wu after the race, after he drove the medical round the first. Medical car the first
my first AM2 race, it resulted in DNF.
DK, I'm looking for the move. I think he's going to be able to get this done as well. Let's see if Vamu puts up a fight around the outside. He can't. No, those tires do not have it.
Yep.
Does not. Let's see if Mitch can do anything about it as well.
Mitch has got to look out from Electric behind him. Electric still, even though he has 2 warnings, no penalty, he can still win this race if he gets around the Quebecois here.
Yeah, and honestly, Electric has looked racier on these softer compounds.
Yeah, he has.
Since they've been under this safety car dilemma. But don't forget, this has humongous championship ramifications between Vamu Nubel and Mitch Burns. Mitch is up 1 point in the championship over the Argentinian. Vamu he's going to really try to cut that apex. I'm not sure where Mitch tried to learn this, but it has not worked. He's tried it a couple of times. That's the first time I've seen it there.
He's not picked up any warnings for it, but he's not gaining any time. Well, he is there, though. So much more grip through the S's than the Ferrari on the mediums.
Yeah, Mitch is... he tried it through the hairpin before the back straight a couple of times, and that was pretty catastrophic overall to his race. Haven't seen it there. I feel like if you just duck in, get a better exit on the softs, you'll be alright. Electric's got it down pat. This could be a thing where... Oh, Simon Pagenaud forgot he's leading the race. Up in P1, snaking their way down the backstretch.
Oh, he's going to go for it. He has no ERS, but he wants to win this thing on track.
Yeah, he does. Credit to him.
With those two battling, checking
go
out
harder,
Mitch, that
go
might
home.
open up the door.
Whoa, DK does hold it off. Yeah, Electric back here as well. We have a 4-way fight to the finish. I think these are going to be probably the top 4, outside of Fatal, for the top 5 championship antagonists here this evening, or for this entire season. They are under a blanket right now here at Circuit of the Americas. We got people ducking out. I mean, after that, those guys have crazy gaps as well. P5 to P10, basically. But look at this lead pack. This is crazy how tight they are.
Yeah, Electric's got to watch his warnings. He had to check out their... not watch it, but Mitch has significantly more ERS than everyone else in his top 4.
Yeah, you just got to time this move.
Yep. And he has warnings to play with too, so I mean, if it comes to that, he can run wide if he he needs to. He's still clean. He's on the button now, but Vamu's still getting DRS. Vamu's going to make it difficult for him. Mitch going around the outside.
These are the two championship leaders right now. Vamu goes super deep.
Vamu, he might have tagged DK there.
I was trying to look, but we just do not have good camera angles at the end of these straightaways where all the passing happens.
I've gotten one helicopter shot all race.
Yeah, I mean, it's through Sector 3 where no one's passing. So DK, huge moment. Gigantic moment there coming out of turn 16.
Coming on to the last lap, Electric it's going to take a mistake from Mitch Burns for Electric to win this race, but he is still clean on penalties.
Yeah, this might be a no-holds-barred type of last lap here.
I wouldn't be surprised to see 4 wide down the main straight.
Who knows? Mitch, again, trying that weird line. He doesn't get any run coming out of it.
Electric going around his outside.
He's leaving himself. I mean, Mitch is just leaving himself open every time he does that move. His Electric does get the 3-second time penalty. So Mitch still technically, I believe, leader on track.
I think he's good now. Yep.
Well, he really took a lot of curb there.
He didn't pick up a warning. This man's a wizard. Oh, fine. Oh, after all his troubles. But Ray has got
and he does it again, Mitch. Why are you making that move? Why is he trying to make the move before the DRS zone? It just completely hampers his ability. Now Electric is on his gearbox yet again.
All of that DRS, or all of the ERS.
Yeah.
He's gonna lose it.
I gotta say, I mean, Electric now on the outside.
Mitch finally got his elbows out for one of these moves.
Yeah, and look at this. Now, let's watch this gap here. DK might be able to, if it's 3 seconds.
It's gonna be close. Mitch might lose this race.
Oh, Electric! Oh, no! Electric is gone.
He's gonna lose a lot of spots here. The gap to DK.
No, okay, so Mitch.
Mitch holds on, I think. Let me see. It's gonna be the gap to the leader, 5.2. So by 2/10, I think Mitch holds on. But I think that's gonna be DK and P2.
DK another podium.
Electric came back and got P8. Held on there. Ray, who is P5 on track, drops to P9 with penalties. Clay.
Big results for Arcock and VTech there.
Clay's gonna get P6 off penalties here if he gets that 10 seconds removed, which he undoubtedly will. He's only gonna be 7 seconds behind the leader. Yeah, so he's gonna jump up to P5, I think. Clay.
Well, consider me thoroughly confused.
Yeah, I mean, while there is a lot of penalties that are definitely going to be removed.
Yeah.
But at least we would think. With DK's situation, he was breaking for a weird safety car glitch, so I don't think that's his fault. Let's see, is Mitch going to do interviews with us tonight?
I don't know. We're going to have to get him. We do believe that Mitch is P1, DK is P2, and Vamu is P3. But we're just projecting at this point. A lot of weird situations going on all together.
I'll work on getting these 3 in. Mitch, you turd.
Immediately just says, man, I'm gonna have to.
I mean, rejects me like
I'm gonna
first
have to.
girl last. Oh God.
I'm gonna have to go drive down or up to Quebec one of these days and just put a bounty out on Mitch.
Yep. We're gonna drag him. We're gonna drag him out of the house and against his will.
Yeah, just do some.
We'll do it. cost podcast.
Probably do some crazy stuff to him in the meantime. Yeah. So I know Vamu and DK will probably join. And we can hear from them.
DK did get the fastest lap, so I think that'll be 19 points for the American.
RJ asks if he needs to submit his incident, or was the 4K camera enough? Let me just submit it so you can see. Both sides. Yeah. Every time I take a shot, it's for the troops on both sides, because everybody's fighting for something. That is pretty crazy. Famu is joined, so that's nice of him.
Very nice.
Let's see if DK gets in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to interview DK first, because I believe he will hold
Oh,
on
there
to
he
his
is.
P2 with his 5 seconds being removed. Can I get a DK? You there? And got Andy Wu up in the booth. Copy. So wild race, crazy last restart, or last 2 restarts. You picked up 5 seconds under some weird safety car glitch shenanigans. Can you tell us what happened there? And then, yeah, just anything else about the race you want to add? Oh boy, your mic, it's glitching out a lot. Take 2. Try again.
Can you hear me now?
Lights, camera, action. You're good. We're golden.
Apologize.
God, man. Yeah, what are you eating over there? Are you eating your microphone?
So I thought I was going for it, and I barely. Like it was the slightest of touches.
Okay, so I heard slightest of touches and going for it through the microphone static. Man, that was the hardest translation I've ever tried to make, but I'm gonna assume that you weren't at fault there, and that's more than likely gonna be removed. So I'm gonna say congratulations on a probable P2. But yeah, while they're racing, congrats on the podium regardless. And then Vamu, the wildest undercut on the face of the planet, erasing a 5-second lead from Mitch after the first stint, jumping on softs. And then they kind of got screwed by the safety car there at the end. I think you probably would have had that one in the bag, but can you explain why you didn't come in and pit there on the last restart?
I didn't have another set of tires new. It was the last
okay,
one I had
yeah,
was like
that's
10%.
quite the reason. I mean, you used those new set of tires to perfection, though. And you had the lead by quite a margin too.
Yeah.
Penalties in the end also came into factor.
As always.
As always. But yeah, I think what you did on that second stint was wild. And then, can you talk us through the last restart there?
The last restart, I made a mistake at the start since I forgot to lower my wing and I couldn't reach 8th gear on the straights. I was with like 4/10. And on the last restart I was just praying that I pulled a gap, but those 3 seconds and I was one warning away from another penalty.
Yep.
So.
Yep. But I mean, with all things considered, to be able to hold on to P3, P2 pending penalties, but I think that'll end up P3. Damage limitation, I would think Mitch definitely looked the class of the field and got held up in that second stint. But yeah, congratulations on another podium this season.
Thank you.
Ring kitten petter.
Hello. Welcome back.
We can wrap things up now.
Yep, let's wrap it up. I believe next week will be in... let me just give you a forewarning. If you're into overtaking, might not want to tune in. Next week we'll be in Singapore. Under the lights, the cinematography will be brilliant. The racing itself, outside of some strategy things, not so much. But you can watch some more crazy action like you watched tonight tomorrow for the EU2 race here on COS F1. And then beyond that, it'll be the AM1 race where you can watch Sworn and I race. That'll be tomorrow night. Yeah, I don't even know what to call it anymore. Anyways, we'll be driving there tomorrow night, and then obviously EU1, the class of the class usually shows up for that. That'll be tomorrow afternoon, about 4 p.m. Eastern. Until then, we'll see you in Singapore. Everyone have a blessed evening and a wonderful weekend.